also have a story, and my story is similar to these young people that you're inspiring. My mother died in an accident. They were rich. The father was rich. But when she died, I was raised up by grandmother. I never breastfed. Only 1 month she died. And I was breastfed by grandmother. And I've gone through a process. Others call it tanur. When you're burning the bricks, you have to burn them in order to make a strong wall of the building. But I'm so happy for the work that you're doing, Honorable Sylvia and the husband. God has made you a pillar. There are people who are heartless. How can someone, even me as a child, I used to steal soup, I used to steal sugar, but I was never hurt like this. But there are such people who are heartless to this extent. From today, Keddi Foundation will educate this child up to the university. Madam Sylvia, first take up the law, all the responsibilities, all the facilitation from today going to come from Keddi Foundation. And not only this one, even these children, every time we shall be giving, you tell us how much is the facilitation, whatever, but every time we shall be giving 5 million towards the education of these children and their welfare. Every term, beginning from this term, I think it's starting when September 16th, 18th September. Our Apola and the admin, Laila, they'll be coming here. We have facilitation cars where they'll be driving, coming here. School fees and feeding and all their scholastic materials in this school towards these young children. And this boy, after the operations, please, I know you're still taking care of them. Please take care of him even after the operation. If don't take him back to the parents. Now you're the parents, we are the parents. No more. We cannot allow to go back to the heartless people. The grandfather of this child, I know him. Is one of the Muslim personnel in Butevo, and is one that I gave the hija to make, and they didn't go with our deputy. Mzee Babu, come here. Come here. Abbas. Abbas, but this boy, come here. Come here. But this child comes from Kawangas, the area of this Mzee. This is the child of Butevo. So from today, Keddi Foundation is going to take over all his welfare, dressing, everything. You turn. When I first sent the coordinator and I saw this one, I told him, can you ask that if we do the operation, would these hands come back to normal? They told me that at Soko, where they're going to operate him, it's going to be back to normal. So I said, okay, fine. And I asked how much money. They told me, was it 2.5 or 2.7?
No, we have deposited so far 8 million. We are not sure how much money it will cost because we just did like an initial deposit of 8 million shillings.
Okay.
And we cannot be sure of how they
are going to do one hand first. The left one. The one he's using to eat.
The other
This one, right?
This is left.
This one. So only one hand is.
Then they will do the other later.
We had come with that 2.5 in cash. I think we shall leave it here. But if there is more money needed, still call us. We are going to pay because this is the next president, the next minister, the next mayor, the next man of God or a seeker, a powerful man in his generation to come. God created us to serve.
You have me put back the shirt. He's fighting with flies.
And each time now we serve. Eh? So this is very touching. There are people who are inhuman. From today, we are going to make a partnership with you and we serve. Any challenges in terms of feeding, in terms of this, please, we're going to work together with the administrator, Laila, and Pauline and Mama. They will be constantly in touch with you to make sure that Keddi Foundation also is part of Ebenezer to make these people's lives happy, the new generation, the younger generation, because in 20 years, 30 years, there will be the Keddi Foundation, there will be the Ebenezer, they will have a story to tell, just as like we are telling us, the world today, that even me, I was born after 1 month, my mother died, and I was raised by a grandmother, and I've struggled the entire life. No, nothing that has been easy, but God was making me. Keddi Foundation, was Kampala team and Butevo. Thank you for journalists, to government. Our government, we say thank you. You're the best government ever in the world. I've traveled in the countries, over 48 countries. Most of the governments are not good like this. We want to thank President Museveni. You have made this country the best country, peaceful, and giving us an opportunity, like us, Keddi Foundation and Ebenezer and other NGOs, to serve humanity. But sometimes you don't receive the message from the local leaders in order to help, because your role as government is to protect and serve your people. But your people are suffering, your people are having issues, like this child was burnt beyond recognition. But the problem is not you, government. The problem is the area leaders. Some of them, when they come to you to serve in government, they forget people. But this is the time that you give us the support as the local NGOs to serve our people without any problem, without any scare, because wherever we go now, police and other security agencies have started threatening us. So government, now you have the role to pray that you protect us, because we are doing the work that you're supposed to do. But because you don't know as a government, these issues, these matters does not come to you at your table, we take up the role. And we want to work with you as a government such that we change the lives of our fellow Ugandans.
I was nursing an accident patient. Then I saw a child lying helpless, and one of the nurses was complaining they had not bought drugs on him, so he had missed treatment for 2 days. And his burns were so terrible because he was all burnt from the head, the arms, the back were all burnt. The condition was really so bad. And so we were touched. My husband and I bought drugs enough for 4 days. Now, because he had not got treatment for 2 days, the doctors changed the treatment. And for us, we had left promising to visit them again. They didn't have a phone, so we had to visit in 4 days. Only to go back, they had stolen the boy out of hospital, and he was nowhere to be found. Pressing links of how to reach him was a challenge. The file only had that he was coming from Kawangasi, and unfortunately, even in Kawangasi police, there was no information. It was only a report on a child being burnt, but there were no details. A blind gentleman, I think he's one of the councillors in Butevo, who kind of mentioned he was suspecting, but he wasn't sure, and he even didn't know that the child was in the mother's home. So someone says, look, go to the butcher in Butevo and ask for that child you get. So when I reached, I had to go to butchery by butchery in Butevo. Then I met a gentleman who invited someone who promised to help me search around. And it took me a whole month before I can get leads of where the family that knows about Christopher were. I went there, and then by the grace of God, I was able to reach the home where Christopher's mother is married. I want to say thank you to the Keddi Foundation for supporting. It's not many organizations or many people that will see such a story and want to contribute towards the welfare of such. So, yeah, we've received sugar, we've received rice, and a few more supplies. We say thank you so much. It doesn't only revive hope within Christopher alone, it makes our work as the proprietors of the Ebenezer Children's Ministry easy, because at least for some time they have sugar, we won't have to buy that. And then also it makes the boy, it revives a little more love. You know, the life in which he is. This we have to make so many actions of love for him to regain his actual normal childhood. So this retrieves a lot of hope, a lot of life, a lot of good health. Recovery is a process.
Ngino kuyamba omuntu wange munawutawo munnange kubanga wenyambira abalala ate kati yenga olwosimuyamba kakati olwali tukola enteekateeka kati olwali tutuseeko wano omwana ntumulaba embeera gy'alimu era ngwa bwe mbadde mbuuza ssente meka zetagewo okumulongoosa nawe tebali sure ssente meka naye bateekayoko deposit kubanga okusooka baali bangambye kyetagisa $2 million naye ngamba ezo zokka kakati era nze leese singa nategeera nti ssente weziti era nazo nalikoze ki nandirese era ngenda kuleeta kubanga mbagambye bafune omuwendo omutuufu gwenyinyini ogwokukola ki ogwetagisa okulongoosa n'omwana kubanga ngolaba emikono ye gyonna gyonna gyakongoba byakyama naye ekirungi nti eddwaliro erimanyiko y'entebe kawuku erongoosa ekola ebyo kubanga era batusuubiza nti emikono gigenda kuddawo kubanga omwana ono onasindika tonita okusooka bamuuza ekyo kyayagala nti njagala emikono gyange giddewo nsobole okusoma obulungi ekyo era nga wekiri omwana oyo nayamye okumusomesa paka ku yunivasite ate era tumuwona kino omulimu kubanga bakulembeze ab'enkya bakola ki abaddako ate ekinsanyusiza nti Ebenezer Ministry eyamba nnyo abaana banjawulo muwulidde waliwo abaana nga bazadde be babareepinga taata n'areepinga omwana emyezi 6 abalala babasuula bakola ki kati nga Keddi Foundation tusazeewo tukatanalinge ne Ebenezer Ministry tube nga tusobola okuyambagana okutuusa mbeera z'abo abaana kubanga be bakulembeze b'enkya nange naali muwejjere nange naali mwavu maama wange yafa nga alina omwezi gumu era kati nenkula mpise mu bulamu wonna wonna mutanuulu okutuuka wenkola ki wendi kakati we tuba nga tuyambye abaana bano abato enkya be bagenda kuba abazadde omwana muto aba mwana muto akola ebintu nga takola ki nga tamanyi tebanakufuna conscious eyo oba understanding ate n'omusanze nga abbye eki ng'akoze eki ate tomuwonereza bubi obeeko kyomukangavulako n'ate nga sikyamaanyi ne kakati si okuba kiri kyennyini ate kyemmanyiko nti ono omwana step mother we yalopera taata nti abbye enfa kakati abasajja nammwe mbakubiriza nti oleeta omukyala mulala ng'obadde n'abaana balala omukyala n'obanga omwagala nnyo nakuwa information nti omwana ono akola bwekiti sooka oweegendereze kubanga olw'oluusi alwokola ekyo si mutima mulungi so nkubiriza abazadde twegendereze nnyo abaana baffe tubakwate bulungi kubanga omwana obanga omukute bulungi n'omusomesa n'akula enkya yagenda kukola ki yagenda kulabira kubanga ffe nalwe tukula naffe tudda ki tudda buto kakati w'okaddibwa oba nawe ofuuse mwana muto kati ono bw'alabirwa bulungi yakola ki yakulabirira okubiriza gavumenti yaffe ennungi eya mukulembeze waffe gwesinga okwagala nnyo pulezidenti wange pulezidenti Museveni gavumenti yo nnungi naye
Yeah.
abagiraane nga bano abalala bano oluusi tebatwala buvunaanyizibwa. Mbadde nsaba nti mutwale nnyo obuvunaanyizibwa gavumenti yaffe, kubanga naddala nga gwe omukulembeze bw'obanga olayira okuuma Uganda n'abantu baawo n'embeera yaabwe. Kakati embeera ng'eno bw'egwa mu kitundu, abakulembeze abakiikira gavumenti y'omu kitundu tebafaayo, tebatwala obuvunaanyizibwa. Mbadde nsaba omulanga guno nti gugende eri gavumenti, abasajja baabo obagambe batwale nnyo obuvunaanyizibwa, naddala nga poliisi, ebitongole ebikuuma eddembe n'ebirwanira ddembe ly'abantu, nti batwale obuvunaanyizibwa okulaba nti embeera eno bagyenyigiramu ereme okubaawo. Kati era ng'onalaba Katooko ng'owagambye nti ebiseera ebisinga ffe nga NGO tujja ntuyamba, abalala bajja kukikola nga manyi nti we naakola kino waliwo abakola ki abayamba.
And he has never gone back home, but we plan to see trace their homes. So, briefly, Scovia, stand up. How old were you? She was 5 years.
And now?
She's doing now hairdressing and tailoring. They are doing tailoring. We have a mother organization called the Service Center. It's one of the organizations we operate with Madame. We realize that when we settle these children, their parents are not well equipped. So we look at the mothers mostly and give them the best skills in hairdressing and tailoring for a period of 1 year. We are registered with DIT and also our children. Now she's doing it.
Tailoring.
It's just in town there we constructed and we're registered. It's another service that we give to this community called the Service Center. Honestly, when you look for her, you call her Sovi, you'll find her.
Community skilling.
Community skilling. Yeah.